Should Colorado offer Prime $100 million for the next 3 years? This means Deion would be paid over $30 million per year, much higher than Nick Saban at $11.5. There's no way you pay a dude $30 million. Now, is he getting paid for his coaching, or is he getting paid for what he's brought into the university? Because over the lifetime, Nick Saban's brought in
a billion.
Billions of dollars.
Yeah.
He's not being paid for that. He's being paid for winning football games. So I want to know, are you paying Deion, I guess, are you jumping the gun here and paying him early, too early? Because you're paying him for a brand, in my opinion. Sunglasses, the videos, the social media following, everything that comes with it. I don't know what follows it, whether him and his wife are getting into separation, or is his fiance separate, or whether it's $130 million he brought into the university for just ticket sales and merchandise sales at 4-8 or whatever their record was. Are you paying them for that, or are you paying them to win games? Because if I'm the AD, dog, I'm gonna be honest, I would wait one more year and see if he really can turn it. Can the transfer portal mercenary approach really turn it? Or is he gonna be like, all right, he's just a face, he's a figurehead, he's a brand. It's not sustainable. We can't pay you no $30 million a year, even though, okay, maybe you are bringing us $100 million, but we're basically paying you $30 million. We all thought he did a great job last year, Big Smitty, by hiring an assistant coaches, a crew of assistants that had some reputable
backgrounds.
Resumes. Yeah, they Sean Lewis, good friend, hired Sean Lewis, former head coach, left a head coaching job. Was doing well there, changing that place around where he left. O-line coach, had a legend on campus and on the staff already in Darian Hagan, one of my best friends. So you got all these people there, but they were gone after week 4 and 5. They were struggling. And see, it's funny how people always go back to this Eric Bieniemy argument right here. This is the Eric Bieniemy argument. I know for a fact EB did not call plays in KC.
Right.
EB did manage the room. EB did control the narrative. EB did get after Mahomes, as we saw that go viral. EB did get after the running backs. EB did control the sideline. You can argue KC struggling right now. I mean, they won yesterday. Struggle versus a bad New England team.
They did.
But you can argue that they've lost his –
that discipline, that grit, that just
that eggshell walking around like this motherfucker cuss me out. That ain't there no more.
Yeah.
So I think that's gone. Well, this guy, your Sirky, says Sean Lewis blew a 40-point lead at half. Sean Lewis blew a 40-point lead at half. I didn't know the OC could blow a 40-point lead at half. I didn't know that the OC could tell the head coach, move away, let me run the defense. I did not know that the OC who scored 40, so you just skip over that he scored 40. See, that's what's crazy with the normal folks have no clue. These casual fans, these casuals that you call them casuals or whatever, have no clue. So Sean Lewis did not run anything that he really wanted to run. He does not run his offense. He's a lateral outside zone guy, pin and pull, RPO second level, third level guy. He wants to go at it. They were a pocket passing team. They did not run the football. They didn't sprint the football out. They didn't turn back to protection. They didn't do anything that he does. So people are defending Deion over the Sean Lewis demotion after he had the number 1 or 2 ranked offense in the Pac-12 before he was demoted. Not only in yards, but points scored, which is ultimately the number one there, what we judge you by as an OC.
Right.
We don't care about yards. We don't care about stats. We care about one stat, points. How many points can you score? That's the only thing. If I had an OC that could score me 50 points a game and he was horrific, as y'all casuals think OCs are, I'd hire him every time. Score me 50 points. I don't give a fuck what else you do.
Right.
But we're defending. We're so stuck on this prime revolutionary takeover that we don't understand that Deion told Sean Lewis, nah, I want my son to stay in the pocket, throw the football 50 times. That's why you lost the 40-point game. Not because Sean Lewis's 40 points in the first half, all of a sudden he forgot how to call plays. You casual. Now start looking at the facts and stop defending the fake non-truths, which is he demoted a guy because that guy did not want to do what that guy wanted him to do anymore. So let's just be real. We're going to see a San Diego State team that is head coached by Sean Lewis now. Now, listen, I'm not calling Sean Lewis Nick Saban.
Right.
I'm not calling Sean Lewis fucking Kirby Smart. I'm not calling him Pete Carroll. All I'm telling you is that you don't know what he was doing. I know what he does as a head coach and a play caller. Personally, I know. That's not what he did in Colorado. That's not him. Why is my best friend gone with him from Colorado? Why is he now in San Diego State? Why do I know certain things? Yes, I do have inside information that I understand and know, and it's very interesting. And I'm going to be honest. Watch San Diego State's offense this year. Let's see if it looks a little different than last year at Colorado. And then you're going to wonder why. But what do I know? I don't know. But anyway, hey, do you think it fits him to the original question of him being a lifetime contracted employee? I don't believe that ever works out for anybody. We've heard these things before for years and years and years.
Right.
Mac Brown at Texas. He not only left the lifetime deal at Texas, he goes to North Carolina and talks about a lifetime deal.
Right.
North Carolina is his home. That's where he started, blah, blah, blah. Come on, man. Like, at the end of the day, this lifetime thing there's never a lifetime thing. You can't even keep your wife. Motherfuckers can't even keep your wife. Deion, you can't even keep your wife, homie. No offense or no knock. I'm just telling you, you've gone through 3 or 4 of them. How you gonna keep a lifetime contract at a fucking university? I'm just saying. Look, I like Deion, but homie.
Oh man, no, I hear you, man. So I mean, I think your biggest point though is saying, like, are they paying this guy for what he does on the field or the brand itself? And I think right now, the fact that they're having the conversations and having these thoughts is based upon the overall attention and money that he's generated for the university. Colorado ain't really had no coach like this probably ever. Or if they did, they had to go way, way back. You know what I'm saying? So to have someone who can generate this much attention and money in a losing effort, you know, like, think about that. They lost this year. They didn't make a bowl game this year. This was a bad year from Colorado once again. And we're talking about them right now, and it's almost the new year. There's other networks still talk about them. College Game Day was there. Big Noon was there. All the fans were coming out, sold out, games, and they were losing. So just imagine Deion actually gets this thing right. And let's say next year they go 8-4. Not an amazing season, but just for Colorado standards and where they've been, 8-4 would be a hell of a come up. Just imagine the type of even more attention they would get, even more coverage they'll end up getting. So I think for them, Colorado's like, man, let's try to get ahead of it, and let's try to have the conversations now, because long term, as crazy as 30 million might sound right now, maybe in their eyes, they're thinking like, hey, this could be like getting a discount long term. It's almost like, it reminds me of the Patrick Mahomes contract where he got 10 years, $500 million or something like that. It sounds crazy. Like in a nutshell, you're making $500 million. But when you go year to year and the quarterback market is increasing, you get to a point where Mahomes isn't even the highest paid quarterback per season. So in a big picture, the Chiefs are actually saving money versus Mahomes doing a 1-year deal every year and trying to become the highest paid guy. So I think that's kind of the mindset that Colorado's probably having right now. Now, do I think Prom's going to actually do it and stay there for the rest of his life? It's hard to believe. The only thing that kind of makes me think that he might do it, though, is his health condition. And you talk about it so many times. Knock on wood, we pray and we hope that it doesn't get any worse or anything like that. But I don't know if he's in the best position to be moving around a lot and traveling around and, going to this Florida State or going to this other school. Like, he kind of needs to be settled in where he's going to be at and get used to those doctors and where he's going to be at too.
Let's talk brass tacks here. This is Deion Sanders, right?
Yep.
Let's just be real. It's not a stereotype. This is just facts. He is a hood personality, a swagged out, got a unbelievable following from the culture, the rap culture, the acting culture, comedian culture, the sports world. Everybody knows Deion for being prime time neon Deion.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. He is a swagged out inner city personality. Is Boulder, Colorado really that spot for him? A town that's 90% white.
Yeah.
You're telling me that you think this is a place? Because the first racist scenario that pops off at a restaurant somewhere in the middle of nowhere. First time some kid comes out there and something happens to him at a club or in the dorm. Word gets out via social media, and then Miami, Florida kids stop coming to Boulder, Colorado. Inner city LA kids, Atlanta kids, Georgia kids, South Carolina kids stop coming to Boulder, Colorado. Is that really somewhere you want to be for your life?
That's a good
Compared
point.
To Atlanta or Georgia Tech. I'm just saying
anywhere down south.
That is into not HBCU. He did his thing there. He got out of there. He moved. I don't know. Just saying. I'm just throwing out all the devil's advocates.
No, that's a good point that I didn't really think about. You know what I'm saying? My other famous saying on this show is, I guess time will tell. To this point, there hasn't been any racist issues, at least that we've heard about publicly. So, I ain't never been to Colorado, so I don't know what they get into. Matt can come on here and talk more to that. But obviously, we know that it's shout out to you, Alan. Appreciate you, my guy. Obviously, we know that it is predominantly white people there. But at the same time, it's a small community, and everyone knows Deion. Everyone knows his players, and I just think, man, when you're in a small community and this is the guy, you kind of know better. You know not to really fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Because the people are going to come at you, and it could be bad. Everyone's just a tight knit group. So even if you are somebody who's racist or don't like what's going on, you might just sit back and be quiet because you don't want to be the guy that push Deion out or push players out or whatever the case may be, because everyone's going to know you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It is a good point though, and we'll see. But the biggest thing for me is that Deion has full control over the program. He can do what he wants. So even though you're saying that's not the best location for the culture, sure, but it's almost like if me and you rent it out in event space, you can decorate it however way you want to. You can make that your own studio, and no matter what side of town is that, you can make it the way you want to make it. I think that's what he's doing with Colorado, and he might not get that full control at other programs.
Hey, D. Jones, black people in the South have experienced racism. Ain't nothing new. Agreed. But they have somewhere safe haven to go to. They could run to Atlanta. They could run to Colquitt County. They could run to Macon. Can't run nowhere in Boulder, homie. Where you going? Denver? Still, that's not necessarily the most predominant black city in America where, I don't know, it's kind of like you're on an island, dog. And I don't want to bring race into this thing, but I just know for a fact, a lot of folks I've had there play there, coach there. It's not what you think. So I'm just playing devil's advocate. Should he really want to be somewhere for life at a place that can turn on you in a New York minute just because there's just less of you in a certain area? Shouldn't be that way, period, in this America or in the world. But unfortunately, though, people take jobs and leave jobs because of this scenario, because of what we're talking about all the time. All over this country, people leave because of a neighborhood, community, Karen, whatever you want to bring up. Unfortunately, that's the truth. So I don't know. I'm just throwing out those things. So we'll break that down with Matt and E-Dub later, but it's unfortunate to say the least. We got some dick riders in the chat today.
We do.
Okay. Trey, Texas Truth. He's just a dick rider. Like, he's talking shit. By the way, I'm the winningest coach in Indy history. I'm the only coach to win a bowl game in Indy history. I sent 101 kids D1 in 3 years. A JUCO national record will never be broken again. Highest graduation rate, highest retention rate, and 10 NFL players from the 3 years I was there, and a first rounder. About to be the first Pro Bowler.
Slow down. You're bringing too much heat. It's on fire right now. It's hot in here. Slow down.
I'm just trying to be calm and collected.
I like how you did that.
Get the dick riders in here. We know. Trey to Texas Truth probably is a kid I cut because, let's be honest, he doesn't show his face. Look at, he has a CU. He has a CU logo. No wonder he's sad.
Okay.
Hey, guess what? Trey the Texas Truth is supporting Colorado. You act like I'm not against. You act like I'm against Colorado. I really could give two shits about any school. So all I do is tell you the truth. You can't handle it. I can't. I'm fine with it. You can't handle it.
You can't handle the truth, Trey.
But talk about dick riding. This motherfucker got a logo of CU on his face, right. And his name is Trey the Texas Truth. Hey, it's just funny to me that these cats are bottom feeders, bro. That's why, hey, bye-bye. Take your bitch ass on somewhere. So anyway,